Hey there, my friends. William Fletcher here, back with another tutorial series. And in this series, what I'm going to be doing is showing you how to create a video course that sells. And we're going to be doing a little mini course creation masterclass here. So make sure you stay tuned for at least all three parts of this series. If we need more, I'll go more, but it should be about a three-part series. All right. Um, so basically what I'm going to do in this series is I'm going to be walking you through the steps to create an online course. Now, more specifically, a video course. Now, the truth is you can take the process that I'm going to be teaching throughout this series to create a book, to create an ebook, to create an audio course, to create a video course, or, even an online workshop or coaching, however you want to do it. You can follow this same exact process. Now, the reason I want to teach you how to more specifically focus on video is because video courses have a very high perceived value. People love video courses. Video is very, very hot right now, hence you're watching a video right now, right? So it's one of the best ways to sell an online course and deliver it in video format. So with that, guys, let me tell you a little bit more about this series. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about how to create an online course that sells. All right, so the actual putting the pieces together, how to lay it out, how to actually create it, what tools, what software, all that kind of good stuff. And then the next video, I'm going to show you how to set up an online course, and that's going to go more into some of the tech side of things and kind of the tools that you can use to set up and deliver your online course. All right. And then finally, what we'll do is we'll talk about how to take your online course and how to sell it. Okay, so how to sell an online course. All right, so with that, let's dive into part number one. So how to create an online course that sells. All right. Well, what it takes to create an online course is what I call specialized knowledge, right? Now, this doesn't mean that you have to be some amazing expert or know more than everybody else in the world about your topic, but what it does require is that you have some kind of knowledge or some kind of skill that you can take from your brain and put it into a training program and deliver it to people who need to solve that specific problem that your program helps them solve. Okay? So it doesn't matter, if you know a lot about weight loss or a lot about fitness or a lot about email marketing or a lot about blogging or how to write books or something about, how to create YouTube videos. It doesn't matter what your specialized knowledge is. What it matters is that you have acquired some kind of specialized knowledge that you can turn into a system or process. All right. So step one is you got to have something that you can teach people that solves a problem. All right. Now, step two is you need to take that knowledge and have the ability to turn that into a system or process. And we're going to dive deep into that part in this video. Okay, now, and then once you have that system or process, you need the ability to share that knowledge with an audience, right? So you take that system, you take that process, you turn it into a series of videos that becomes a course, and you share it with an audience that has the problem that your course solves, all right? So really the first step, guys, is to identify the knowledge that you already have. Okay, so looking at yourself, thinking about the things you're already good at. Maybe you've lost a lot of weight, so that's something that you have a lot of knowledge in that you could teach other people. Maybe you're a writer and you know how to write books. That's specialized knowledge that you can teach other people, and you could go on and on for all the different types of things that you could have specialized knowledge in. Now, the other route is, let's say you don't feel like you have knowledge in enough knowledge in one thing to create a course on it. Well, what you can do is you can go out there and acquire specialized knowledge. Now write that down. You can go out there and acquire specialized knowledge, right? And my good friend and $1 million marketer, Eric Louviere, amazing marketer, he always talks about how you can go out there and within 2 weeks you can learn more about a particular topic than 99% of anybody in the world, right? So if you were to go out there and let's say that you have an interest in learning Facebook ads, right? You want to learn how to run Facebook ads for your business, and you want to teach other people how to run Facebook ads. Now, this is just an example. It could be any topic, right? Well, you could go out there and buy every book you could on running Facebook ads and buy a couple courses and study those. You could go out there and hire a coach and study what they're teaching about Facebook ads, right? You could start listening to podcasts about Facebook advertising. You could start reading blogs about Facebook advertising. And after about 2 weeks of in-depth study, and I mean real study, right? Actually taking notes, absorbing information, and taking actions on the things that you are learning, you could go out there and take that knowledge, that specialized knowledge that you have acquired, and turn it into a course because now you know more than most people about Facebook advertising, all right? Now there is the key that you want to not only just acquire the knowledge, but you want to implement it and see how things work and test it, to make sure that you really have it. But once you have it, that is very valuable, specialized knowledge that you can turn into a course and sell online. All right, so that's a very, very powerful thing to know, that you can go out there and learn anything, guys. Learn anything and take that knowledge that you learn and turn it into an online course and really build a big business out of it. Okay, and that's why digital courses are so big right now, because people are finding ways to take their knowledge and help people that have the problems that their knowledge solves. Very, very powerful stuff. All right, so now that we have that out of the way, let's talk about kind of the next step. All right, so once you've kind of identified that knowledge and the thing you want to create a course on, you don't just go out there and create it, all right? You want to do your research first, right? And the reason is you never want to create a product because you think it's awesome until you have done your research, because, guys, you want to make sure that there is a hungry audience out there that has the problem that your product solves, okay? So what a lot of people do in the beginning, and they make a huge mistake, is they go out there and create the course that they want, or what they think people want, but it turns out nobody wants, and when they go to sell it, crickets. All right, so you got to go out there. You have to make sure there is a hungry audience for the course that you want to create. Now, the easiest way to do that is to just go look around and see if there are books on the topic, see if there are magazines on the topic, see if there's other coaches, gurus, and experts on the topic teaching similar things, okay? And another way is to see if there's events and seminars on that topic, right? So, for example, I'm in the internet marketing space. I teach people how to make money with digital products, right? So, I know that there's people out there that are coaching people on this. There's experts on the topic. There's seminars, webinars, events. There's books. There's magazines. There's all kinds of stuff on that topic. Maybe you are really good at golf and you want to teach a course on golf, right? Well, there are books on that topic. There are magazines about golf. There are other gurus and experts that are teaching people, how to golf better, right? And I'm sure there's events and seminars and trainings and all kinds of things for golfers as well. So that's how you take a topic and find out if there's a hungry audience for it, okay? All right, now, the next thing you need to do is you need to map your core curriculum, and that's really just a fancy way of saying, you need to have a system that you create to help people solve a problem, and then break that down into an outline. So essentially, this is your A to B process, helping your target audience get their desired result. So how will you take them from point A to point B? All right. So in my case, if this was a digital course, I would be teaching you how to create a video course. So I would have to break down the A to B process that it takes to create a really good digital course, right? So once you have that, you're going to break that down into modules that are broken down into steps to achieve the desired result, right? So So what you got to do is first you got to know what your A to B process is. Okay, where's your audience now? Where do they want to be? All right. So you have this very vague one line thing that says, okay, my audience is here. Here's where they want to be. This is what has to happen, right? So then you identify the 5 to 7 steps that will take your customers from point A to point B. And here in just a second, I'm going to show you a live example of that, okay? And then what you want to do is you have those 5 to 7 steps, the 5 to 7 things they have to do to accomplish their goal. Well, then all you got to do is you break those down into sub-steps, and usually it's somewhere between 5 and 10 sub-steps under each one to get to their desired result. So let's look at an example here. So in this example, one business could be, I help authors grow their brand by building a strategic online authority platform, right? So this person that I'm using as an example here helps authors by building an online platform, okay? And they call their course the Authority Platform Genius Program, right? And kind of their main headline, their hook there is how to build an online authority platform that builds a powerful online presence that helps you sell more books and generate revenue. So the problem that they're solving for authors is how to sell more books and generate more revenue, okay? And they're doing that with an authority platform. So that's kind of their A to B process, okay? So now what you have to do is you have to break that down into core steps or modules, right? So module 1 could be defining your target audience. Module 2 could be building your platform foundation. Module 3, how to optimize your platform for leads and sales. Module 4, creating your sales machine. And module 5, building your authority brand platform. Okay, so that's taking the A to B process and breaking it down into steps that have to happen. Okay, now for this next part, I'm not going to read every single one, but what I did here is I broke each one of those 5 modules into sub bullet points. So the 5 steps to defining their target audience would be these things right here. Okay. And then in module 2, the 5 steps to building their platform foundation would be right here. Okay, so I took each one of those high-level modules and I broke it out into sub-steps. Okay, and what happens, guys, by the time you get done with this, you have an entire outline of your process or your system that takes people from point A to point B and solves their problem. Okay, so and now that you have that, then you can move on to actually creating your online course, all right? So, but before we get into that, one thing I want to say is it won't be perfect in the beginning, but you need some kind of framework. You need a system that you can teach people that helps them get their desired results. So, you got to get it out there. You got to put it out there. It's going to seem hard at first. Creating this outline might be the hardest thing you do in the entire process, right? It's going to be new to you and it's going to be difficult, but once you have that out of the way, you can create the product and then you can improve it over time. It doesn't have to be perfect in version 1. And to be honest, no matter how much time I've ever spent on a course and blood, sweat, and tears and put into it, it'll never be perfect because you can always improve. So don't worry about perfection in the beginning. All right, so once you have that ready to go, it's time to create your online course. You have your outline, you're ready to go. And this is what you should do, all right? So you have this outline, and in the beginning, it's going to look daunting, all right? You're looking at this huge outline of all this stuff that you got to teach, okay? So instead of just, focusing on, this whole list of, things you got to do and, just doing it as you get time, what you need to do is you need to each week set aside a time to record a module of your course. And it doesn't matter how you feel that day, what's going on, how busy you are, everybody can sneak in 30 minutes to an hour to work on their course, all right? And it's going to pay big dividends on the back end, so it's well worth it, right, to make it happen. Okay, so each week set aside time to record a module of your course, put it in your calendar. Don't let anything stop you or distract you from creating it, okay? And then, guys, all you have to do, and this is very simple and it's going to sound too simple, is you take the outline you've created and you turn that into presentation slides and you record a video, just like I'm looking at you doing right now. I have my bullet points on the screen, I have the camera on me, and I'm recording myself talk through the content. And you can do that for your online course. Now, you don't have to be on video like I am right now. You don't have to do it that way. But all you got to have is a presentation that you can go through and teach people your process. All right. Now, the tools that I use to create products like this, the one I usually use is Keynote. Okay, so if I'm doing a really nice looking product that I want to look really good, I'll create my presentation slides in Keynote because I'm on Mac, right? And within Keynote, it lets me record myself going through the content. So very, very simple. Now, the video you are watching right now, I actually created, or I'm recording with a software called Screencast-O-Matic. It's like $15 a year to use it, and it's awesome, right? It's screen capture software, very, very easy to use, and that's what I'm using right now, so you can use that as well. That works for PC and Mac, okay? And guys, so you know, if you're not familiar with Keynote, Keynote is just a presentation software similar to what PC users use PowerPoint, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to use Keynote, you're going to use PowerPoint or Google Slides to create the presentation, okay? So once you've done that, guys, you have created your first online course, all right? And it's going to take some time. It's going to be hard the first time you do it, especially, you know, as you do a video course. But guys, get version 1.0 out there to the world, and you can improve it as you go, all right? So before we jump off here, I want to give you some action steps, okay? Now, the first action step is always, always, always subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up. But really, you know, the first action step, guys, is you got to acquire specialized knowledge, right? So if you don't already have some amazing knowledge or skill, find something that's very interesting to you or something that's a passion of yours. And just go out there and dive in head first. Start listening to podcasts, reading books, buying courses, learning it, diving into it, implementing what you're learning, and acquire that knowledge that you can use to create an online course and sell and help other people. All right. And once you have that idea, do your research, right? So don't go out there and create the course before you know other people want to buy it. Remember, you want to look for books and magazines and podcasts and, you know, other experts and gurus teaching what you're teaching. So make sure you do the research before you create the product, all right? Next, you want to map out your 5 to 7 key steps for your A to B process, right? So when you create your course, you got to know what the 5 to 7 steps are that helps people go from point A to point B, all right? And then you're going to break those into micro steps and create your course outline from it, okay? And then finally, guys, you take that outline, you turn it into presentation slides, and you record it with Keynote or PowerPoint or Google Slides or Screencast-O-Matic or Camtasia or whatever other tool you want to use, and you go out there and create the course. So, guys, I'm excited. I hope you're excited to go out there and create your first course. I would love to hear you guys, you know, leave some comments below and let me know, maybe your ideas for creating an online course or some questions you have, or anything I can help you with on this, because this is exciting stuff. Creating online courses has changed my life, and I know it can change yours too. So it's very powerful stuff. Now, and make sure you subscribe to this channel to get part 2 and part 3. Those are going to be going up soon. I don't want you to miss those, so subscribe. And, you know, in part 2 and 3, we're going to talk about, now that you have a course, how to actually, you know, put that course online. You know, where do you put your videos? You know, how do you create a members area? All that kind of stuff. We'll talk about that in the next video. And then the third part of the series, we're going to talk about how to actually go out there and sell your course and turn this into a real business that can make you a lot of money. All right, guys. So with that, William Fletcher here signing off. I will see you guys in the next video.